Pop! Pow! Kaboom! Roy Lichtenstein. Classical Conversations. Cycle 3. Week 18. Fine Art. Do you know what pop art is? Pop art is based on modern popular culture and usually includes common everyday objects like soup cans, road signs, and even hamburgers. Roy Lichtenstein was a famous pop artist. He was born in New York City in 1923 and was one of the most prominent artists of the new art movement of the 1960s. Do you know what other important event happened in the 60s? In 1969, U.S. astronauts Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin were the first men to walk on the moon. Lichtenstein's art was inspired by comic strips and comic books. Let's take a look at a few of his most famous works of art, and you'll see what I mean. This is a painting titled Blam. What do you see? I see an upside-down airplane. It looks like there is a big crash because of the giant letters that say Blam. This looks like it came straight out of a comic book. Lichtenstein's work often has large areas of primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, and thick black lines. You'll often see something called Ben-Day dots in his work. It's a technique that was used in printing to make colors look lighter or darker. If you want a darker color, put a lot of dots close together. If you want a lighter color, put fewer dots spaced further apart. This technique can also be used to create a gradient. That's when it looks like one color is getting lighter or turning into another. Here's another painting called Look, Mickey. Do you recognize these characters? Those are Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. Lichtenstein even wrote words in a bubble, just like in a comic strip. The reason Roy Lichtenstein's work is so important is because he was the first person to make art that looked like this. Things that were mass-produced and made by machines were not typically regarded worthy of being called art. But he challenged that. He challenged what the conventional idea of art was. His paintings look like they could have been created using a machine, but they weren't. They were hand-painted. Now, let's make some pop art inspired by Roy Lichtenstein. But before we get to our tutorial, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like art. Do you remember what pop art is? Pop art is art inspired by popular culture. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a cupcake in the style of Roy Lichtenstein. You will need a sheet of paper, and we are going to cut it in half. Because sometimes working with smaller sheets of paper can be easier. You will need a pencil and markers, red, yellow, blue, and black, because those are the colors that Roy Lichtenstein often used. I like to use a pencil because if I make a mistake, it is easy to erase. So first we draw our cupcake. And I'm going to add some words. Maybe I'll put the word yum. Outline your drawing with black marker. then color it in. Roy Lichtenstein often used solid colors, so we are going to make some of these shapes solid colors. I think I'll also make these letters solid colors. And he often used dots to show that there is color, but make it lighter. So for this frosting part, I think I'll add red dots so that it'll kind of look like it's pink. And maybe for the background, we'll add some stripes to give the illusion that the background is darker. If we add some lines to the background, it gives it some dimension without making the background too dark. Now if we add some lines here, it also gives the illusion that there's light coming from one side. Almost puts a spotlight on the cupcake. Now if we add blue and red lines, it makes it look darker. Now we have a cupcake in the style of Roy Lichtenstein. That looks yummy. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want more art tutorials, make sure to click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more fun with art. I'll see you next time. Bye.